Hey y'all, welcome back to Blackmar Barbecue. My name is Blackmar, and today we're getting big and beefy. So today I've got these beautiful beef plate ribs from my local H-E-B. These are the beef Dino ribs you'll see at a lot of barbecue restaurants. If brisket is the gold standard, these are platinum in Central Texas. These are usually a special, and today I'm going to show you how to do these simply, easy, delicious, and if you follow these steps, I guarantee you'll be a trophy husband too. Okay, so these are those beef Dino ribs, right? A lot of times you'll see these with a kind of a thicker fat cap on the top. I like to leave that personally. I think it's Central Texas style to season over that. A lot of people you'll see removing that, trying to get to this membrane underneath. The way we're gonna cook these, it's all gonna melt down. It's not gonna be chewy. It's not gonna be a barrier to flavor. You can check out this marbling right here. This is beautiful. This just tells me that this is gonna be a beautiful rack of ribs. The fat is a little thick right here, so I'm just gonna shape it a little bit. I don't want to remove too much, but we're just gonna shave it down. I think that's pretty solid. I don't really want to get down into the meat. So now that we've got it trimmed, I'm not gonna worry about taking this membrane off. This has a membrane. It's gonna cook down, and when you're done with these, the meat's gonna pull up. This membrane is gonna be the only thing holding it on the bone. It's not gonna be hard to bite through. Leave the membrane on. It's just gonna fall apart if you take it off. We're gonna go on with a binder today. Just some hot sauce, classic. This is some tapatio we had at the house. It's great. Just a couple of dashes and just rub that in. It's not gonna add a whole bunch of flavor. It's gonna help the rub stick to the meat. It's just something I like to do. You know, some people use mustard, some people don't use anything, some people use oil. I've even seen someone do mayo. That was kind of weird, but you know, do whatever you've got at the house. You know, if you don't have anything, don't do anything. Simple. Okay, so today we're gonna go Central Texas salt and pepper on these ribs. We're eating the backsides too, so we're gonna season them. I know some people don't season the backside. You know, it's not like salt and pepper isn't too expensive, so I don't see why we wouldn't season them. Always get your sides, folks. If I see you leaving those sides naked, well, you might not earn the trophy husband tag. A little thin on this end, but that's okay. This is right here is the money. You can go as heavy as you want with this rub. Salt and pepper, these ribs are gonna be able to take it. It's gonna be pretty hard to over salt them. This rub is 50-50 salt and pepper. You can go with 2 parts pepper to 1 part salt, and you can go super heavy if you're really after that like kind of crunchy peppery bark. Just kind of pat it in. I just realized halfway through doing this video I didn't put hot sauce on the backside, and you know what? That's perfectly okay. Shit happens. It's like I said earlier, you don't need to use a binder, so it'll work out. It's still gonna be beautiful. You'll see right here in a minute. So we started with this with just some lump charcoal. I'm gonna go in with a split of wood. And I like to kind of do this little 3 pieces lean-to method. Get some airflow going underneath. Quickest way to start a fire for me. Shout out to Chud's Barbecue for that one. All right guys, we got our ribs seasoned up. Today we're cooking them on my offset smoker, Brandy. I started the fire with some lump charcoal, got some post oak wood splits thrown on there. We're going to bring the temp up to 250, 275. I'm not so much worried about smoker temp at this. What I am worried about is getting some thin blue smoke. So I'm not going to put those ribs on until I've got that thin, clean smoke. I don't want to get dirty smoke on these ribs. The first and most important part of any cook is the very first initial smoke you get on it. So this is my wood splitter and my sledgehammer. I used to have a splitting maul until I was trying to split some greener wood. I had that maul for 2 years, through college, through the start of my barbecue journey. I snapped the head off that motherfucker. Me and that splitting maul have been through so much. and that piece of green wood snapped the head off my maul. One of the hardest things that's ever happened to me in barbecue. So I went and bought a chainsaw, got this splitter and this sledgehammer, and I took that green log to the woodshed. All right, y'all, we've got our pit in the right range, but most importantly, we're starting to get this thin blue smoke. We're burning a clean fire. I feel good about getting the ribs on at this point. So we've got our pit up to temp. If right now, this bottom rack, we're sitting right a little above 275, that's fine. These beef ribs have enough intermuscular fat, they can take more temperature swings than you can on like something like a brisket. We've got thin blue smoke, clean fire going. I'm just gonna get these on, not gonna look at them for like 4 hours. We're just gonna go right here on this bottom rack. Boom. Good night, sweet prince. So this is the fat we trimmed off that beef rib. This is great for tallow, you wanna make sausage, but since we only got this little bit of fat off it, it's not really worth it to me to kind of vacuum seal and save for future tallow. What I am gonna do is throw this on the fire, because it smells amazing when you throw it on the fire. And I don't know if it adds anything to the flavor of the smoke, but it smells good. It gets people hungry while they're waiting for it. All right, we'll check these with the old Thermopin. Sitting about 170, so we're just pushing through the stall. This is perfect. They've been on there a little bit. Starting to get just a little crusty, so we're just gonna hit it with a little spritz of apple cider vinegar. These ribs don't need much. Beef ribs have been on about 6 hours, 7 hours, I forget. A lot of beers later. We've been rolling clean blue smoke the whole time. These guys are looking barky, delicious. They're probing like butter. All parts of the beef. We're looking at 203 in the thickest part, 200 on the back end. It's time to get these bad boys off. And I mean, as you can tell, that membrane, like I said, it's the only thing keeping that bone on, you know. This is gonna be great. We just brought these in. I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'm just gonna let these hang out on the cutting board for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna slice into them. If you wanted to hold these longer, wrap them in butcher paper. You could hit them with a little beef tallow if you want to get real fancy. Hold them in an oven for a long time. These things are ready to rock and roll. They're just a little hot for me. So I'm gonna let them cool down to eating temperature. Of course, we're gonna slice. It's gonna be great. Moment we've all been waiting for. We let this rest for about 45 minutes on the cutting board. I'm ready to get into this thing. I can tell this bone just comes right out. So I'm excited. It's gonna be tender. Come on.
Okay.
All right. Holy crap, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Goodness. I'm gonna take this smaller one for myself and we'll split up the rest for the people. But you know I'm gonna take a bite of that.
See the sides one.
Let me tell you what, as someone who's brand new to making YouTube videos, the hardest part is staring at this thing and not eating it while the camera gets set up. I'm gonna dig in. Oh, man, I love beef ribs. When you have an easy cook that just don't have to worry about it and you get something like this out of it, come on, man, let's jam up. Please try this out. Get some at your local HEB or something. Do yourself a favor, do this. Works on any cooker, and you're not going to be disappointed. This is brisket on a bone, and it's freaking amazing. I'm about to get big and beefy with this on my own. Hey guys, this is my dog Shiner. I mean, we got to let him have a little taste of these beef ribs. Shiner. Sick and bears. Okay, he's not very athletic, but I think he likes it almost as much as his dad does. Good boy. Good boy. Want another one?
No.
It's just a little piece,
No.
babe. Shine. Lay down. Lay down. Bang!
Blake. I'm not doing